I think that there are a lot of different reasons why people bully others. Sometimes it's because they are not feeling very good about themselves. Sometimes it's to get something from somebody else. Sometimes I think it's funny. A lot of times I think, it has to do with power, having power over somebody else.
So how do you stop the bullies?
So I think it's important to speak up if you are being bullied. I think it's important as peers to speak up if you know somebody who is being bullied, or if you're around somebody being bullied. It's important to speak up. Just as well as the adults who are around, it's important to intervene and say something. Because I think if people don't know about it, nothing can be done about it. So I think it's very important. We all have a responsibility to try to intervene and try to stop bullying.
Have you ever been bullied?
I would say I've been teased, but I don't think I've ever been bullied, because with bullying, you're really trying to intimidate and maybe get something from that person, and really inflicting fear. So I would say that I've been teased, but I don't consider that I've been bullied personally.
What made you want to work with kids?
I love kids, and I guess that's why, because they're probably my favorite people to work with. By the way, I'm Kayla Holeman, and I'm a school social worker.
So that we can have it on record on video, go ahead and ask her what her name is and what she does here, so we can clip that part at the beginning.
What's your name? My name is Kayla Holeman, and I'm a school social worker.
How do you handle the bullying?
How do I handle bullying?
Like the person that's bullying the other person.
Okay, so again, I really think it's important to talk to people. Talk to people who are being bullied as well as the people who are bullying. Because I think sometimes people don't even necessarily realize that they are bullying somebody else. Sometimes, like I said, I think they think they're being funny. They're trying to get attention away from themselves and onto somebody else. So I think talking to that person and making sure that they understand the effects of what they're doing is key. Making sure that they know what they're doing.
What are some of the worst cases that the kids have been in?
Where another reason I think people bully a lot is when they see a reaction out of a person. So some students that I've worked with are very reactive. So anything somebody says to them or makes a comment about or looks at them, they're going to explode. And I think that this kind of keeps the bullying going. And it's really difficult to deal with when you have somebody who reacts a lot to any kinds of comments.
You want to do the one more question? Oh, that was it. That's not what we want. All right, we probably have that be a wrap anyway. It looks like it's time for y'all to move on.
Cut!
I think that there's not one person who can prevent students from getting involved with drugs. I think it has to be a team effort between teachers, related service providers like social workers and school psychologists, keeping in contact, making sure that, everybody's aware of students and noticing changes in behavior, communicating that with parents. I think it really needs to be a team effort. And I think peer relationships obviously have a strong influence on students. So having a good support of friends at school and outside school who are good influences and not negative.
Starts at home. Drug abuse starts at home. 9 times out of 10 when kids abuse drugs, they see somebody else abuse drugs.
Many people don't realize that the human brain doesn't stop developing until something like your mid-20s. So if you are under the age of 25 and you are doing any sort of drug that is not like a prescribed drug that you are taking according to how you're supposed to be taking it, you're doing damage to your brain. So your brain is not developing in the way that it should, and it might not fully develop in the way that it's meant to by the time you are in your mid-20s. And on top of that, depending on what drug you're doing, you have lung damage, you have damage to other organs in your body that are obviously important for your health.
Health problems, life maybe, brain damage, cancer, anything, anything that's bad for the brain is bad for the body.
Pretty much my whole life, I've seen the negative impact of abusing drugs. I have family members of my own who have gone to rehab and who have not been successful in getting treatment. I've seen the negative impact that it has, not just on them and their health, but also their families. So I've always kind of been interested in doing what I can to make sure that young people are aware of the negative impact of drug abuse. We just need to be tough, and we need to work through it. When being vulnerable and opening up to someone is not something that people have made into like, it's okay to do this. So instead of working through their feelings and working through hard times and talking with a therapist or a friend and opening up about their emotions, people try to numb them with things like drugs instead. Haven't quite made it okay in our society yet to have emotions. Everybody has emotions, whether it's a mental illness or just a circumstance in your life that you're facing a tough time and you're emotional about it. Like, unfortunately, a lot of our culture says that showing those emotions is not okay when it is. And because people feel pressured to not show emotion, they would rather numb them with drugs or other recreational things that are not healthy for you.
I've been fighting this actually my whole life. I have family members who abuse drugs. I use it as my motivation. You understand? Keep me out of trouble. But should have started 25 years ago when they brought drugs over. So let's start today.